Hello everyone, welcome. Today I have some club kit inspiration for you using the small die of the month club kit from Spellbinders for December. This one is a stitching die. I love those. And it's called Stitched Heart Card Front. And here it is. Let's take it out of the bag and give you a close-up look at this. It cuts out a decorative rectangle, and then here is the stitching piece. This cuts out as its own piece as well. And then you have a beautiful heart that goes in the center. And then 3 different sentiments and a banner die that cuts them out. They say, "Forever mine," "Hey sweetie," and "Love you." So I went ahead and cut everything out. I had this piece of oyster cardstock in my stash, and I don't know where it came from, but I love it. And I cut out the stitching die using some pomegranate red. The heart piece I cut out with some gray because I didn't have any more of this pretty oyster cardstock. I'll put this piece of oyster cardstock in front of white so you can see the color and see the cute details along the top edge and the bottom edge. So let's start in on the embroidery. I'm going to use some white silk embroidery thread for this. I'll cut off a length and then I'm going to divide it. I just want 3 threads. That seems to work best for this one. And I usually cut out the stitching die twice and then glue it together just to make it a little more sturdy. But I forgot to this time and it worked out just fine. So I'll embroider one of these little circles just to show you how I did this. This is a back stitch. So I go up one of the holes and down the next. And then I'll go up the 3rd hole and then back into the 2nd hole again. And like I said, it's called a back stitch, but it just makes it look like it's a complete line without any gaps in it. So I'll do this stitch all around this small circle. And this white silky thread really pops off of the pomegranate red cardstock. And I'm going to go into each and every circle on this panel. But they're so small that it went really fast. The heart I'm going to just do completely off camera and just show you the end result. But there are a lot of embroidery videos out there to show you how to do this, and I've done a lot in the past too, and I'll link to those at the end of this video. So we'll come up the 1st hole and then down the last one. And this little circle is complete. Let me show you a close-up of this. It just looks so cute. And here it is all done. I added a small foam square behind each circle and then bigger ones behind the heart. And then here is the stitched heart. I used more of the white and then some pink and some matching red. And I taped my ends down with some yellow tape. Okay, let's peel off the backing to all of these foam squares and attach it to the oyster cardstock. I really love the look of this red with the oyster cardstock. I'm hoping Spellbinders comes out with a similar color to this. They already have oyster pearls out, and I would love to have a matching cardstock. So Spellbinders, I'd love to request that, please. I'm going to use another piece of pomegranate red, and I'm going to chomp the corners. This is a 1/4 inch chomp. And I'll pull out a white card base. Let's attach the red cardstock to this first. I want to chomp the corners of the card base as well. It looks pretty cute without it. It had just a little touch of white at each corner, but I want it to match my red panel. I'll attach this with a little bit of dot liner. The finished card measures 5.5 by 4 1/4, which is a standard American size. The stitched panel, I'm just going to glue down with a little bit of the Barely Arts Precision Glue. That way I can just wiggle it in place. So many of the club kits this month are Valentine's theme, which I adore. I love making Valentine's Day cards. So I'll have some more crafty inspiration using the other club kits coming up really soon. Next, I'm going to attach the stitched heart. And I'm going to add some foam squares behind this as well. This card will have a lot of dimension with these 2 layers of foam squares. Let's peel off the backing and just attach that over the red heart. So this card ends up having a lot of dimension and texture and fun little details, which I'm going to show you next. So I'm going to, well, let's first attach the sentiment. I cut it out with some pink sand cardstock. I liked the one that said, "Hey, sweetie," and I glued it onto a white banner. And now for some oyster pearls. I'm going to put a little teeny tiny pearl inside each of the stitched circles. So this is quite the Valentine's Day card. It has all of the bells and whistles. The oyster pearls are one of my favorite colors. They have so many pearls in their shop these days, but I just love these oyster ones. Okay, once I have the pearls inside each circle, I'm even going to add them on the inside of the heart. I'll put one at the center of each of the stitched pieces to this heart. And here it is all done. Isn't it just gorgeous? I love how this one turned out, and I want to make more. Here is a really close-up look at all of the details to this. I know it's still December and pre-Christmas time, but I am having so much fun creating Valentine's Day cards. I'm done with my Christmas cards for the year, and I need to move on to something new. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful crafty day. Bye.